But yeah, we're getting ready to launch an Indiegogo campaign for our feature film, Ethan Bloom. And Luke happened to be the star of our Sizzle reel. And had we found the money to make this movie earlier, Luke would be playing the lead in Ethan Bloom.
What? You can still play 12.
You could play 12. We'll just have to shave.
Everybody write in now.
We're going to have to shave him down a little bit.
We're going to kind of, we can work
we'll
this.
Nair his face.
There it is.
That works.
Nair.
Or yours.
Mine. We're going to go blue.
Yeah, go blue. Them go blue. So we're getting ready to start that. It's a film that I'm directing with my partner, Maylin Dominguez, who wrote it. She's producing it, and she wrote it, and I am directing and producing it. And the plan is to find all the money we need to make it. We already have raised a small portion of it, but we're looking to make the movie between $300,000 and $500,000. I sort of pride myself on being able to stretch $1. And with this film, we feel like it fits right into that price point. So we have been putting together all the things we need to do to go out and find the money. We'll be launching our Indiegogo campaign soon, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you for having me, and thank you for the plug.
Absolutely. We'll put a link even below because I think it's, first off, I have to say, obviously he's used it for his reel, and everybody who's seen the Sizzle, which is 5 minutes, and maybe if we get your permission for Indiegogo, we can put some of that on
I would
here.
love for you to show some of that.
So we'll put that in the link below so you can see, because we have some photos we can flip through to show kind of what set life is like, because a lot of people, when you're so caught up in it like we are, that's what this podcast is for, people who are like, I've never been on set a day, or they've been to one acting class, or they've been acting for years, but they haven't seen all the different angles that filming is made, right? I've had influencers on here, and influencers start with the camera in front of them, and then they want to kind of maybe go to doing a movie, and then they're like, wait a minute, I'm not directing myself. I have 50 people here. What the heck's going on? And they melt down. And then you have a lot of actors who are classically trained. And so why I'm so excited to get with you is you've accomplished many different things. You've been in LA for a while. You've made movies. You're still making movies. You're now at the New York Film Academy doing incredible things.
I am.
Teaching students. So you have such a unique perspective. It's not, you've done the red carpet, or actually maybe that's one later. I think you were uninvited on a red carpet.
What? Uninvited?
Wasn't there
Who would uninvite me?
I don't know.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's tea is being spilled. No, I'm joking.
They may have
we'll
kicked
cut
me
that
off.
out later. No, but I joke saying you've been around a lot of these different things and different parties, and you've seen the industry.
Yes, I have.
You're not I don't want to.
I'm not a neophyte.
I was going to say I didn't want to out you that you're not 25 and you just started
I'm
filming.
30.
You're
Yeah.
Wow,
It's true.
So you're a year older than I am.
I'm prematurely balding.
That's good. Okay. So tell me, when you let's just jump into Ethan Bloom. When you first started putting the script together, you filmed this. This would be a great journey because so many people want to know: I wrote my script. How do I sell my movie? Or then it's, do I shoot my Sizzle? Or do I spend the money and shoot the movie and then have to market the movie? There's so many different. What's your thoughts?
God, there's so many ways to skin the cat. For this particular project, it was written by my partner, Maylin Dominguez, and she actually happens to be the dean at the New York Film Academy. I'm the chair. On South Beach.
I told you we have powerful people coming on this podcast.
So technically, she's without a doubt my boss, and she asked me to read the script. And as someone,
did you have to do that because you're your boss?
I did everything in my power not to read the script because I didn't want to have to be honest with her about the script. Because the majority of scripts I read, they're not good, and that's the reality.
That's the reality. Yeah,
right.
We know.
They're just really bad, a lot of them. But then finally, after 3 weeks, I couldn't avoid it anymore, and I remember being on my couch at home on a Sunday reading it, and just losing myself in it. And by the end, I turned to my wife, who's here in the audience, and I said, I'm going to direct this movie. So I went to work the next day. It was a Monday, and I told Maylin, I said, Maylin, I love the script. I have some changes, but overall, this thing is good to go. Let's do this. But one caveat, I want to direct the movie. And she graciously, allowed me to, but she wanted to produce along with me. Okay. And so that's how it was sort of the relationship was born. And from that point on, we started coming up with our own way of getting this film made. And we knew we wanted to make it independently. So having made independent films in the past, I know that you can do a lot with a little. And I knew that I didn't have a lot of cash on hand to finance it myself. And there's an old adage in the producing game, which is use other people's money.
OPM.
OPM. I think it used to be OPP. What's that? I don't know what that is.
That was down. Are you down with me? Everybody knows me. OPP. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I don't really remember.
Totally left that right. He's like,
I feel like that's a reference that no one who's watching this will probably understand. But so we started coming up with ways, this is right prior to COVID, to get the movie made. And we started coming up with ideas on how to raise the money. Originally, our budget for this film, we thought would be around $1 million. I started sending it to producer friends that I knew, some in LA, some here locally. We were getting a lot of love for the script, just right off the script. And as we felt sort of the momentum going, increasing.
You felt you kind of knew you had something.
Yeah, we had something. And I was like, okay, this is going to turn into something. And maybe I don't have to go out and, beat the streets and look for the money like I normally do. Maybe I'll get it through, a producer who has a deal in Hollywood. We're talking to a couple of those people. It's a small movie, but it's something that could, be made. You could stretch the budget. Let's put it that way, and make it for between 3 and 5, maybe 5 to 7 million, and have a really great cast, right? So COVID happened, like everything. And it was like a blip, like 2 years just went by and not all the momentum we had disappeared. The Sizzle reel, which we shot, actually, not to digress, but we shot this Sizzle reel for like next to nothing, right?
Well, actually, I think we have a photo. If we swipe across in this folder, wait, I think we can go to, wait, keep going. Yep, wait, I think there's almost, wait, go back, wait, one more. There's kind of, so you could show,
wow.
There's a shot.
There's a shot. Look, it's not a big crew. I mean, that was our crew. And the majority of these people are students. We have one professional actor in Luke, and we shot it in two and a half days. We spent next to nothing. And we put together this really, really great sizzle reel, which is basically like a trailer for what the movie is going to be. It's a proof of concept for those that are not in the know. And I personally recommend doing that. It's not an expensive thing to do. It can demonstrate what your vision for the film is. It can also showcase your talent level. And it's a really good way to know whether you actually have something that's commercial or not. Because you're not devoting your entire, life prepping for it and shooting it. You're taking a weekend and you're going out and you're sort of testing the concept on your own to see if it's something that you think is viable. So we did that. And the sizzle reel kind of sat on a shelf for a while because of COVID. My editor, I actually am fortunate enough to share an editor with, I always say this, I share an editor with Francis Ford Coppola.
That's an unfair advantage he might have. So I don't. Those that are watching this, just saying Ford Coppola's editor. It's a very good sizzle. Yeah. Okay.
His name's Robbie Schaefer, and he cut Cavemen, and I was blessed to have met him many years ago. And he cuts a lot of Coppola stuff. He's his guy. And so I sent him all the footage, and he agreed to cut the sizzle reel together, and he did just a real bang up job. And when I say share, I mean occasionally he'll return an email.
Right. I was about to say.
And if he's literally got nothing else going on in the universe,
he's completely bored, and he's like,
yeah.
Let me go to this guy Herschel.
Yeah, this guy.
He made a few movies. Let me check out this.
Yeah, screw this guy. So we went through. So COVID ended, and Maylin and I sort of just started the process of coming up with ways to get the movie going. We did. I will say. I connected with one of my old friends in Hollywood who had a deal at Netflix, and we thought, let's send it to him and see what he thinks. he and his partner read it and they went nuts for the script. And I'm a big believer that everything starts on the page. So if you have a strong script, it's going to find a life one day. It just will. It all starts on the page. Numero uno. So these guys read it, loved it, wanted to partner up, wanted to take it around Hollywood. And we said, okay, we'll spend some time doing that and see what turns up. We got a lot of good feedback, but the main feedback we got was this is too small for Hollywood, which we kind of knew to begin with. Right. So we got the rights back, Maylin and I did, and we decided to just raise the money on our own.